Don Miguel Ruiz, The Mastery of Love, full summary. Introduction. Each word I speak is a thread of light woven into your heart. If you're here, it's not by accident. This message has found you for a reason. If you've ever asked, why does love hurt? Or why can't I find peace in relationships? This video is a doorway. You're not alone. And what you're about to hear has the power to change the way you love forever. This is not just a book summary. This is an invitation into emotional freedom. In a world that teaches us to seek love outside ourselves, the mastery of love gently turns our gaze inward. Don Miguel Ruiz, with deep Toltec wisdom, uncovers the invisible wounds that keep us trapped in cycles of pain, blame, and fear. His words are not advice, they're healing. We live in a time where relationships are falling apart, not because we don't love, but because we don't know how to love. We confuse possession for care, fear for protection, and pain for passion. But the truth is, love doesn't hurt. What hurts is the fear that replaces love. And the good news, that fear can be unlearned. So take a deep breath, soften your heart. This is your moment to awaken, to let go of the old stories, to reclaim the love you were born to give and receive. Welcome to the mastery of love. The wounded mind. Imagine walking through life with an open wound. Every time someone touches it, even lightly, you scream in pain. That's how most of us live emotionally. Our hearts are full of old hurts, childhood fears, betrayals, and guilt. We carry these wounds like armor, reacting to life not with truth, but with pain. Don Miguel Ruiz explains that everyone you meet is walking around with their own wounds. And when your wound meets theirs, conflict begins. We take things personally not because they're true, but because they hurt. We assume others are attacking us, when in reality, they are just protecting their own pain. Practice close your eyes. Think of a recent moment when you were hurt by someone's words. Ask yourself, did they really hurt me, or did they just touch an old wound? Awareness is the first step to healing. Begin noticing when your reactions come from past pain, not present truth. Love is not a contract. Most people enter relationships with unspoken agreements. If you love me, you'll act this way. If you care, you'll do what I expect. We turn love into a contract filled with rules, expectations, and silent punishments. But real love doesn't bargain. It flows freely without conditions. Ruiz says, you don't have to justify love. You either love or you don't. But we've been trained to earn love, to deserve it. We say, I'll love you if you love me back. That's not love. That's fear pretending to be love. Practice today. Let someone you love be exactly as they are. Drop the expectation that they should make you happy. Just observe them, appreciate them. Speak the words, you are free and I love you as you are. That's true love. The magical kitchen. Ruiz offers a beautiful metaphor. Imagine you have a magical kitchen. You can create any dish you want, abundance, joy, peace. You are fulfilled. Then someone knocks on your door and says, if you let me control you, I'll give you pizza every night. Would you say yes? No, you already have everything. But if you were starving, you might agree. You'd let someone control you just to get crumbs of love. That's what we do when we don't love ourselves. We accept abuse, manipulation, and dependency because we're starving inside. Practice create your own magical kitchen. Write down 5 things you can give yourself today. Comfort, rest, encouragement, fun, honesty. The more you feed yourself love, the less you will beg for crumbs. The lie of you complete me. We've been taught to find our other half. Movies, songs, books, they all say you're not whole until you find someone. But Ruiz flips this lie on its head. You are already whole. You are not a half searching for another half. You are a complete being overflowing with love. When 2 complete people come together, the relationship becomes a celebration, not a negotiation. But when 2 people come together from emptiness, they try to fill each other, and that leads to control, jealousy, and suffering. Practice, stand in front of a mirror. Look into your own eyes and say, I complete me. Feel the power of that truth. You don't need to be loved, you are love. The emotional body needs healing. Just like a physical body gets bruised or broken, our emotional body can suffer deep injuries, rejection, abandonment, humiliation. But while we rush to treat physical wounds, we often ignore emotional pain. We suppress it, deny it, or project it onto others. Ruiz reminds us, you are not responsible for other people's emotional wounds, but you are responsible for healing your own. Most fights in relationships aren't about the present moment. They're echoes from unhealed emotions of the past. You may be reacting to your partner as if they are your mother, father, or an old betrayal. That's not love, it's projection. Practice, every evening, write down one emotional reaction you had that day. Was it bigger than the situation required? Ask yourself, what old pain might this be tied to? Slowly, you'll begin to identify your emotional triggers, and when you see them clearly, you can begin to release them. The perfect relationship begins with you. Ruiz says the perfect relationship is not about finding the perfect person. It's about becoming the person who no longer needs to control love. Most of our suffering in love comes from trying to make others act in a way that soothes our fear. When you stop needing love to look a certain way, love starts appearing everywhere. You begin seeing your partner not as someone who must complete a fantasy, but as a soul walking beside you, learning and growing just like you. Practice, for one day, observe your partner, family, or friend without trying to change them. When judgment arises, replace it with curiosity. Say inwardly, they are on their own journey and I respect that. This is the beginning of unconditional love. But you are not responsible for others' feelings. One of the biggest traps in relationships is the idea that we're responsible for making someone else happy, or they are responsible for our happiness. This creates endless guilt, blame, and manipulation. But Ruiz makes it clear, you are not responsible for other people's emotional states, and they are not responsible for yours. This doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop controlling. When love becomes a tool to manage someone else's feelings, it's no longer love, it's fear wearing a mask. Practice, the next time someone is upset with you, pause. Instead of rushing to fix it or defend yourself, simply listen. Breathe. Ask yourself, is this really about me, or is it about their inner world? You can be loving without being responsible. Core idea 8, don't take anything personally. This is perhaps Ruiz's most powerful teaching. When people hurt you, judge you, or reject you, it's not about you. It's about them, their story, their wounds, their lens. Taking things personally is like picking up someone else's poison and drinking it. You don't have to accept their projections. You don't have to internalize their pain. When you stop taking things personally, you step into emotional freedom. You become untouchable, not in arrogance, but in self-love. Practice, repeat this affirmation daily. What others do is not because of me. When someone criticizes or ignores you, breathe and whisper, not mine. Let it pass through you like wind through open hands. The mind is a wild horse. Don Miguel Ruiz compares the human mind to a wild horse, powerful, restless, and often out of control. Most people live at the mercy of their thoughts, especially in relationships. A single word or gesture from your partner can spark an avalanche of inner stories. They don't love me anymore. I'm not enough. They're hiding something. None of it may be true, but the mind runs wild. To master love, you must first tame your mind. Not by force, but with awareness. When you learn to witness your thoughts without believing them, you break free from the mental prison that ruins relationships. Practice, when anxiety arises in love, stop and ask, what story am I telling myself? Write it down. Then ask, is this absolutely true? Most times you'll find you've mistaken a fear for a fact. Awareness brings peace. The voice of the parasite. In the Toltec tradition, Ruiz explains that inside each of us lives a parasite, a voice of judgment, fear, and shame. It feeds on emotional pain and keeps us small. This inner voice tells you, you're not lovable, you'll be abandoned, you're too much. It whispers lies that poison your self-worth. Love cannot thrive where the parasite lives. If you don't silence the inner critic, no amount of external love will ever be enough. You'll keep sabotaging the connection, looking for proof of your unworthiness. Practice catch your inner parasite. Whenever a self-judging thought arises, say aloud, "That's not my voice, that's the parasite." Then replace it with truth, "I am love, I am enough." Over time, the parasite weakens and your light returns. Love has no opposite. We often believe that the opposite of love is hate, but Ruiz reveals a deeper truth. The opposite of love is fear. Hate is simply fear wearing a mask. When you feel jealousy, control, or resentment, they're not signs of love gone wrong. They're signs of love replaced by fear. Real love is never jealous, never possessive, never punishing. Love sets free. Fear clings, love trusts, fear doubts. Every moment we're choosing fear or love. Practice. When faced with a difficult moment in your relationship, pause and ask, "Am I choosing love or fear right now?" Then act from the answer. Even a soft smile or silent blessing can shift the energy from fear to love. You are the master of your own love. Here lies the ultimate message of the book. You don't need to be loved by others to feel love. You are the source of love. You can give it, radiate it, feel it, without waiting for someone to unlock it in you. That's true mastery. Most people think love is something you earn, but real love is who you are. And when you stop chasing it outside, you become a lighthouse, not a beggar. You walk through the world offering light, not demanding it. Practice every morning. Place your hand on your heart and say, "Today, I will give love without needing anything in return." Then go out and do just that. Smile at a stranger. Forgive someone. Speak gently. You are a master of love in action. Conclusion. You've now walked through the garden of Toltec wisdom. You've touched the roots of pain, peeled away the masks of fear, and seen the face of love beneath it all, your own. If you've made it this far, it means something deep within you is ready to love differently. Not from need, not from fear, but from truth. This world doesn't need more perfect lovers. It needs more whole hearts. More people who are brave enough to look inside, heal their wounds, and love with open palms instead of clenched fists. You have that power, right now. You always did. Remember, love doesn't demand, it gives. Love doesn't bind, it frees. Love doesn't fear, it trusts. When you master love, you don't just change your relationships, you transform your entire life. You stop being a seeker of love and become a source of it. So here is your call to action, not just to think about love, but to live it. Heal your wounds, not because someone asks you to, but because you deserve peace. Practice unconditional love, not just toward others, but toward yourself. Let go of the past, so you can meet the present with fresh eyes. Become the love you've been searching for all along. And as you step forward, remember, every act of love you give without condition is a miracle. Every fear you dissolve with truth is a liberation. And every time you choose to love yourself first, you become a light for others. Let that light guide you. Let it guide us all. Each video I share is a gentle flame, lit in the dark to remind you of your own light. If you feel this message stirring something within you, I invite you to walk this path with me. Tap that subscribe button. It helps spread this energy to hearts who need it most. And if today's message opened something in you, and you feel ready to go deeper into the teachings of Don Miguel Ruiz, you can find the mastery of love in the link below. Every copy you purchase supports the continuation of these messages, timeless teachings of inner peace, freedom, and spiritual awakening. Breathe in. Feel the love already within you. Click the link below and begin your own journey into the mastery of love. Thank you for watching. If this video touched you, please leave a comment, share your story, and give it a like. Subscribe to the channel for more healing, more wisdom, more light. You are not alone, and this journey has just begun.